Yo, it's Maestro and welcome to another video. And in this video, we're going to be editing Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Now, over the last few days, I've been working on my own level editor, and I finally released it, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to download and install it. Now, I'll put the links in the description. There's going to be two links, one to the itch page and another to the Game Banana page. But yeah, as you can see here, this is the itch page, and then we're going to go ahead and download the installer and then run it, and yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so it's just finished downloading, so let's go ahead and hit this run button and get the installer going. So just hit yes to run the installer, and just hit accept, hit next. You can go through that if you want to. Alright, once it's installed, it'll run right into the application. So as you can see, this is the startup screen. So if there's a patch out, you can just hit that update button. Otherwise, you just hit that run and it'll go straight into the program. But before we get into actually editing the level, let's download this template. So just click the level spotlight, click the get mod, and it'll take you to this page. So just go ahead and download it and then open. After you open it, we're just going to go ahead and drag it into a folder that I made here called YAML. We'll just drag in that level template folder. Now as you can see inside the level template folder, there's a ROM.fs, bank map unit, and then there's our course file right there. Now there's also that 5 file. There's 5 static compound component. And then there's our bphsc.zs file, which is gonna hold all the pretty much the physics for the level. So there'll be invisible walls usually if you don't edit this file. So it's important to have this file from that template. Now back in that bank map file, you have that YAML folder, and if you open it and click that first course1.yaml, you'll see that it'll open up the YAML file. Now the YAML file pretty much contains all the components for the level. So there's actors, BGUnits, the root area hash, simultaneous groups, and then other components that can be found in level. Now everything in this YAML and every other YAML that's found in the game can be edited and modified with the Wonderland level editor. Now back in the editor, let's go ahead and load that YAML file. Now once it's loaded, you can see how it looks when it's loaded into the game. And click a block to see its details. Blocks have a scale, translation, rotation, layer, name, and hash. They also contain attributes, which you can edit and add with the plus button. These attributes are found under the area hash for the actor, under dynamic. So as you can see, here are all the parameters for that actor. To add a parameter, just hit that plus button, hit the name of the parameter, and then its value, and then confirm, and then it'll be added right to the list. To edit the BGUnits, just click BGUnit, and then click which unit you want to edit. You can see the BGUnits in the YAML. They'll contain a couple attributes, is, close, points, and the points are just the coordinates for each node. Same can be said for walls. Here's a side-by-side comparison to pretty much show you the nodes linking up with each BGUnit and wall. So if we click the first one and then we go to the node, you see the position and you can see the values are the same. Go ahead and update that. So we're going to go ahead and change the X value. You can see that our node has updated its position. Let's try the same thing for a wall. As you can see, the node has updated its position and the shape of the wall changed. Say you want to copy a block that's already in the level. You just click the block, we can see the attributes that it contains, and then we'll just go ahead and hit the copy block. Now to make things easier, at the top you can see the X and Y coordinates for the mouse position. Now if I hit left shift, it'll drop a point mark. The point mark we can use as a reference for a position. Reference to copy our new block and put it in that position. We're going to leave the Z value at 0. Now we have a complete copy of the block. That's the value on the block. You would go ahead, click the value you want to adjust, make the changes, and you make sure you hit save block to update it. Now let's go ahead and remove the block by clicking the remove block. Now this editor can edit every section of a YAML. Links, rails, simultaneous groups, and active to rail links. You can add or edit links in this window. The same goes for rails, simultaneous groups, and every other section that can be contained in a YAML. To make editing easier, you can show and hide different layers. So you just go ahead, go to add BGUnit. Now we're going to use the point mark to create our 4-point references. Once we have everything all filled out, just hit add wall, and bam, there it is. So it looks like one of the points is just a little bit off. So as we know, to edit this, we just click BGUnits and go to the wall we just added, which is the last one. Click it, and then we'll click the node we want to adjust. We'll shift point to make the reference to the position. Set the value, and then hit update. We'll just do this until we get how we want it. Our final made wall. Now let's go ahead and add a new block from scratch. We'll click add new block, and then we'll just fill in these details. If you need a reference to what kind of blocks are in the game, you can just look at the levels YAML file. Every YAML has obviously different kinds of blocks, so you can use those as a reference if you want to add it to your level. For this, we're just going to copy the block Hatena. Once you have all your details filled out, just hit confirm. And there's our new block. You can go ahead and add in the attributes by hitting the plus and then copy over each parameter and each value. Now we're all done with that block. Now let's say we wanted to add a block from the block library. The block library just loads in some preset blocks from preloaded YAML files. For an example, once we click the block, it'll open up the create new block prompt again. It'll update the name to the new block, and of course you're going to want to edit some of these preferences. Once you do, just once again hit confirm. Now I'm getting all this data for this block from another YAML file. You can export your game's levels as YAML files with Switch Toolbox, and I'll show you how to do that. So once we hit confirm, you can see the new block. So I'm going to go ahead and enter all its attributes. Now we have our fully edited block. Let's go ahead and hit remove block, and that'll delete the block. Let's go ahead and save our level. Just go ahead and hit save, and then we're going to make it sure we save it as a .zs. This is the file format that's going to be loaded right into the game. It'll automatically make both a ZS file and a YAML file. So we're going to save it into that level template folder under bank map unit, and we're going to overwrite the course. Now the naming might be a little bit off, so we'll delete the old one and we'll rename the first one by taking off the second ZS, the second .zs. Now this ROM or this mod is completely ready to load into our ROM, so just go ahead and open your mod folder. So we're going to go to the level template, and then we're going to copy over the ROM.fs Now the bot is ready to be booted into your game. So once your game is booted up, you're going to make sure you go to the right course. I'll put a link in the description so it shows you what course is what level, if that makes sense. It'll have a reference to what each course is. So for our course, it was the first level, which is Welcome to the File Kingdom. So we'll go ahead and load right in, and then boom, there's the wall we made and all the blocks. Pretty simple. So I hope this video was pretty helpful. Thanks again for watching. Hit that like button, sub up, leave a comment, and make sure you download this. It's awesome.